Am I the a-hole for refusing to fund my parents' retirement for the rest of their lives? Since I was 18, my retired elderly parents, I'm 70, F73, had been living with me, F32, until 6 years ago, when I met my partner. During that time, and even after I moved in with him, I funded my parents' entire lives, bills, rent, food, everything. My siblings, I'm 38, I'm 42, who are both married with their own families, have helped a little over the years, but only with small things like medicine or occasional cab rides to the doctor. That's about it. My parents have nothing saved. They have a history of failed businesses and sold their house to fund more of those ventures. My dad refused to get a job through all of this, insisting he would be a businessman, despite having no knowledge or skills to run a business. Meanwhile, all three of us, his kids, quit school to work and feed ourselves. Fast forward to the present day, I have a newborn. I'm unemployed, and I've told my parents that's it, I have nothing more to give. They were understanding at first, but they still call every 2 weeks, always hinting at needing money. We're barely staying afloat ourselves on a single income, and I'm honestly sick of it. A relative recently took them in and lent them money to help them get back on their feet. They blew it on another investment, a pyramid scheme they insist is a tourism agency startup. They've been brainwashed into believing it will eventually pay off. Now, that relative is asking them to move out. I've finally let go of the guilt and come to terms with the fact that their own life decisions have led them here, refusing to save, refusing to prepare for retirement, refusing to work after selling their business decades ago, selling their house and wasting that money on more doomed startups, instead of securing a home or funding our education. Now they coast on the generosity of friends and family to survive. They often call, pretending to check in on me or ask if I've found work, but the conversation almost always ends with them hinting at their financial struggles. They constantly badmouth my siblings for not helping, when in reality my siblings have their own bills, kids, and problems. Each owns a home paid for by their spouse that's just big enough for their family. I, on the other hand, rent a place with strict rules about no extra tenants. Now that I'm a parent myself, I finally understand why my siblings have kept their distance. I can't imagine putting my son through this, being such a burden and an embarrassment to him. I'm frustrated and ashamed. While I'm trying to move forward and bury the childhood trauma, my parents seem stuck in the same toxic cycle and keep trying to drag me down with them. So, is it selfish that I have zero plans to go back to funding their lives?